Alright, so with iOS 18 finally out, you might be curious as to how it performs on older devices, and if you have the iPhone SE 3rd generation, then you might be wondering if you should upgrade to iOS 18. And yeah, let's take a quick look at what to expect if you ever decide to get iOS 18 on the iPhone SE 3. Let's get started. Alright, so since the iPhone SE 3rd generation isn't exactly a super old device, it still comes with support for a lot of software updates from Apple. And with iOS 18 here, it does manage to get some new features. So one big feature with iOS 18 is support for RCS, or Rich Communication Services, which has long been available on Android devices. And yeah, with RCS, finally with iOS 18, you're going to be able to use the iPhone SE 3 to text with Android users and chat with them and send better quality photos and videos from your device. Now it does have the option on my phone, but of course at this point it still depends on the carrier. So I'm in the UK, and so far at the time of this video, RCS on iOS 18 is only available with EE. So I'm pretty sure that all the other UK carriers are going to have it at some point on their service. So yeah, it's something to keep in mind. Now, of course, with iOS 18, we do get a lot more customization options when it comes to the overall user interface. So this features customization options for the icons on iOS 18. So you're going to be able to arrange your icons and widgets in whatever way you like on your home screen. And again, this is something that Android has had many years way before iOS. But it's finally nice to see this feature come to iPhones. And yeah, if you're like me and you want to customize the look of your home screen, then this will be a very useful feature. You can also, of course, change the icon appearance on your phone. If you want to keep the normal look, or you want to go for a more dark mode style of icons, then this will be possible with iOS 18. iOS 18 also brings an expanded control center. So instead of the single page control center that we had before, we finally have more pages for users to customize and access their quick settings via control center. So it's a lot more useful in my opinion. Some people are not gonna like this, and I've seen some complaints with how it looks specifically. But personally, I find it really useful and a lot handy, especially if you're running a lot of apps on your smartphone. Now, of course, another change is with the Photos app on iOS 18. Now, some people have complained that the new layout is a bit more confusing compared to the older style of the Photos app. And again, this is something that I believe you can get used to easily if you use it frequently enough. Now, one thing to remember with iOS 18 on the iPhone SE 3 is that there's no support for Apple Intelligence. Maybe Apple will decide to bring some AI features to the SE 3 at some point, but for the time being, the hardware limitations such as the older A15 chipset as well as the limited amount of RAM are barriers to the SE 3 getting AI features. So if you're looking forward to getting the generative AI software from Apple, then you might want to go for a newer phone like the iPhone 15 Pro or the 16 or the 16 Pro. So yeah, it's going to be a bit limited. But again, if you're not really after the AI features and just want an updated version of iOS on your device, then of course the iPhone SE 3 will be able to support iOS 18. Right, so you might be curious as to how this affects battery life, and so far it's been more or less the same for me. I mean, I really haven't noticed a big drop in battery endurance on the iPhone SE 3. To begin with, it wasn't really spectacular when it came to battery life. It's pretty much so like it was before iOS 18, but of course your mileage may vary. Alright, so that does it for this quick video on iOS 18 on the iPhone SE 3. Let me know your thoughts about the new software update in the comments below. Do you already have it on your iPhone SE 3, or are you still debating on whether or not to update your phone? Don't forget to check out our other videos here on TeamVRY. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.